Flood insurance program, Risk Rating 2.0, has officially been in effect for almost a year. Families in Louisiana are feeling the unfolding disaster. Now, we're not talking about a storm or a flood, which the National Flood Insurance Program is supposed to protect against. We're talking about the financial crisis unfolding at kitchen tables. Families cannot afford the premium hikes that the NFIP is planning with Risk Rating 2.0. And for some, the premiums have become unaffordable and threaten the collapse of the value of their home. For now, rate hikes are capped at 18% per year, but these compound year after year. So for the couple who've lived in their house for decades, they're not thinking, okay, it's only 18%. No, they're thinking it's 18% compounded upon 18%. And they don't have a plan to move, oh, let's escape from it. This is where they've been for decades. And 18% compounds and adds up very quickly. Now, this is not fiction. These are real stories that I hear from folks in Louisiana, great Americans, great Louisianians, love our country, and they're wondering what in the heck is going on. An example. The Bourgeois family, an elderly couple in Raceland, both turned 83 last year. They have owned their home for 56 years. It's never been in a flood zone. It has never flooded. Before Risk Rating 2.0, they paid $500 a year in flood insurance premiums. After Risk Rating 2.0, they are scheduled to pay, when fully in effect, scheduled to pay $500 per month. $500 a year to $500 per month. Now, their full risk premium will reach almost $6,300 in 14 years, but their annual payment will double in the fourth year. So how many 83-year-old retired couples do you know that can afford an extra $5,800 in expenses?
I have breaking news for all seniors and retirees. Senator Bernie Sanders and other top Democrats have just introduced a new bill. This bill will increase benefits for millions of Social Security recipients. This could mean hundreds of dollars extra per month. My friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the details. Also, friends, I will be announcing 2 winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaways, all you have to do, friends, is subscribe to my channel, click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. Friends, the more videos that you watch and then leave a comment on, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. Today, Independent Senator Bernie Sanders and Progressive Democrats reintroduced a bill to increase Social Security retirement benefits and shore up the program's finances solely by taxing corporations and the wealthy. Bernie Sanders has introduced identical bills in the past, including in 2022. But the newest version of the legislation comes out amid a national debate over Social Security between President Biden and congressional Republicans. Seizing on proposals like Florida Senator Rick Scott's plan to force Congress to renew all federal programs every 5 years, and a House GOP plan to raise the program's eligibility age, Biden has accused Republicans of wanting to use debt ceiling negotiations to force cuts to the popular program. The GOP has forcefully denied that it would include Social Security in debt ceiling talks. It is a concession that Biden sounded prepared to accept last week at the State of the Union address. Bernie Sanders' legislation pushes the boundaries of the present debate over Social Security still further to the left by asking Republicans to respond to the prospect of both bigger benefits and heftier taxes. Bernie Sanders said in a recent press release, at a time when nearly half of older Americans have no retirement savings and almost 50% of our nation's seniors are trying to survive on an income of less than $25,000 a year. Our job is not to cut Social Security. Our job is to expand Social Security so that every senior in America can retire with dignity that they deserve and every person with a disability can live with the security they need. Senator Sanders' Social Security Expansion Act will have a hard time becoming law, but it lays down a marker for the progressive position, namely that there's no need to cut future benefits in order to close a gap between the program's projected spending and revenue. The bill serves as an implicit response to complaints from conservative policy experts that the program's funding gap cannot be closed entirely through tax increases on high earners. Brian Riedel, a fiscal policy scholar at the Manhattan Institute, acknowledged last week that Sanders' 2022 proposal, which is identical to the new one, would extend the program's solvency for a few decades. But Riedel wrote on Twitter that leaves few tax-the-rich options to close a Medicare gap that is 2 to 3 times larger. The math does not work. Unlike most other federal programs, Social Security is entirely self-funded, meaning that it cannot borrow to pay out promised benefits. And as a result of the ongoing retirement of the historically large baby boomer generation, the program is slated to fall short of the revenue needed to pay out future benefits in the coming years. If Congress fails to make any changes to the program, Social Security will only have enough money to fund 80% of the scheduled benefits beginning in 2035. That would amount to across-the-board 20% cut in benefits. To ensure the program can pay out future benefits and then some, Sanders proposes subjecting earners over $250,000 to the 12.4% payroll tax while not counting the new tax earnings towards a person's benefits. As of this year, only $160,200 of wage income is subject to payroll taxes. Sanders proposes levying other taxes as well, such as subjecting investment income over $200,000 to payroll taxes. Senator Sanders released a letter this week from Social Security's Office of the Chief Actuary, declaring that his legislation would extend the ability of the Old Age, Survivors, and Disability Insurance Program to pay scheduled benefits in full and on time throughout the 75-year projection period. Republicans have signaled since last year that they would demand major cuts to federal spending in exchange for supporting legislation to raise the federal government's borrowing limit this year. The Treasury Department hit the limit last month and has resorted to extraordinary measures in order to pay the government's bills. If the cap is not lifted, the government could fail to make payments to bondholders and even beneficiaries of federal programs like Social Security. A financial crisis and recession could result. Well, my dearest and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, my dear friends, for joining me here and for being part of this community. To say thank you, I will be announcing 2 winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then do comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the weekly giveaways. Thank you,